That's right. We're back in the kitchen, baby. We're filming in the kitchen today because we need the chaos of the kitchen to match the chaos of what we're talking about. Does anybody remember Shorts the movie? It can't just be me. I didn't hallucinate this whole movie. Does anybody else remember it? When I first remembered this movie, I brought it up to my friends to see if they remembered it, and not joking, all of them thought I was making it up. You know, Shorts, The Adventures of the Magic Wishing Rock, with the Booger monster and the aliens that clean your teeth. You're telling me you don't remember that classic? Shorts the movie came out in 2009 and was directed by Robert Rodriguez of the Spy Kids kind of fame. And he also directed an episode of The Mandalorian. Wait, what? This movie was released in theaters, and then after people saw it, they must have just been immediately Men in Black mind wiped, because I'm the only person who remembers it. Maybe I snuck out of the theater and missed them. I don't know. At first I thought maybe I am just misremembering it. Maybe this movie never existed, but I Googled it and no, this is a real movie. The plot of this film is like what you would get if you went to the bathroom during a movie and asked your friend what happened while you were gone, except that's the whole movie. Okay, so there's this rock, right? Okay, and then these kids get it and they make a bunch of dumb wishes, but then they decide to get rid of it because it's too powerful. And then another group of kids get it and they start making some dumb wishes, and then they have to get rid of it because it's too powerful. And then another group of kids. This movie is just so absurd and hilarious that I can't believe more people don't remember it, which is why I've decided to bring in some friends and show this movie to them.
Wait, before we get into it, do we want to do introductions at all, or?
Yeah, no, if you guys want to introduce yourself, I'm going to edit it so all of you guys are doing your introduction at the exact same time. That's what I'm doing.
What's up, guys? My name is Mike Crocker. I do commentary, but else.
So I somehow messed up the recording, which means I'm missing audio in random spots, which made it so confusing, I can hardly even remember the order things happened. Which means I'm probably going to have to edit this commentary video out of order in a sequence of shorts.
That joke sucked.
Good night. That was so bad I had to turn off my camera for a second.
That was absolutely atrocious.
No, but I really did mess up the audio. Also, there's a good chance that like 90% of these jokes were written by the other guys just because I'm writing this from memory. Do yourself a favor. All their links are in the description. After this video, go ahead and check them out. They're all really funny. The movie starts with a 2-minute sequence of a staring contest between these two siblings.
Who blinks first? Loser has to do you know what.
Here's the thing though. These characters do not play into the story whatsoever. It's pretty much you see them here and then you see them once or twice in the background and then that's it. They're gone. You know how you typically want to open your movie with something important to the general plot or introduce some main characters? Yeah, they didn't do that here. These two are literally in the credits as Blinker 1 and Blinker 2. That's it. And this is sort of a foreshadowing for the whole movie. It's pointless. Okay, let me show you what I mean. I'll give you a bit of a plot rundown. So it starts about 5 minutes from the chronological end of the movie. And he's like,
No. Wait. Is that what happened next?
And so he has to tell the whole story in a series of 5 chapters or different interconnected shorts. Suck it, Pulp Fiction. Robert Rodriguez does it better. Episode 1 is about the first kid who found the rock. His name is Loogie, and he also has a foot fetish.
Toe jam.
Sorry for making you watch that. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Loogie, being a child, obviously wishes for dumb stuff.
And I wish for a fortress with a canyon around it filled with man-eating crocodiles and venomous snakes.
Eventually, the alligators get the rock.
I think I failed to make a wish. What would a crocodile possibly wish for?
Freaking sick Jordans or something. Loogie and his 2 brothers get the rock back, and then they have to get rid of it because it's too powerful and too dangerous. Episode 2! In episode 2, we meet the kid who was our narrator at the very beginning, but this time he's just a normal kid going through his daily life, which includes 2 main things. Going way too into detail about his braces.
Is this the reason people think I'm a dork?
And trying not to get bullied. So Toe goes to school and he gets bullied by Helvetica Black. Yes, her name is a font. Her younger brother's Comic Sans and her older sister in a coma is Wingding. Get over it. Helvetica and her gang of bullies, aka Green Morning, start picking on Toe. This is where we get our first sort of crossover between the 2 different episodes as Loogie meets Toe.
Candy bars?
And Loogie talks like his parents are going through a divorce and he just found his dad's Tony Robbins tape.
Why do you let yourself get bullied like that?
I don't really think I have a choice.
Sure you do. Doesn't matter who their dad is. What matters is who you are,
who you want to be.
So Toe goes to leave school, but it turns out Green Morning was waiting for him as he's walking down the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And our guy's just like, stop, I want to be alone. But these bullies look at him like, haha, you're dead. And they just have a blast throwing rocks at him. Seriously, these troublemakers threw rocks at him until he was barely still breathing. I swear, this kid almost saw the light. They hit him with rocks so hard that he couldn't hold on to the tree anymore, and he fell out. These guys see him get hit in the head, and they say goodbye, and they dip out of there. I feel so bad for future me who has to listen to that much Green Day. One of the rocks they threw at Toe was the wishing rock, and so he picks it up, he takes it home, and he wishes for friends, which happen to be aliens.
I wish I had friends.
I mean, come on, guy, how lonely are you? One wish and one disturbing mouth scene later, we go back to school. This time, floating. All right, let's speed it up. One disturbing mouth scene and 4 arm casts later. We're in chapter 3. Episode 3 is all about Toe's parents who find his rock under the bed and steal it, which is an experience we've all had as kids. So his 2 parents go to the company party and wish they were closer together.
Life is pain!
The party erupts into chaos, yada yada yada. Helvetica gets the rock back and wishes for her cast off.
I wish these casts were off.
Wishes for her cast off, not wishes for healed bones. Hey Helvetica, you didn't need a rock for that. You ever heard of wishing scissors? Episode 4 is all about a kid named Nose who, you guessed it, picks his nose. Wow, you're good at this. You're growing. You're getting so big. So Nose picks his nose, and then he flicks a booger onto a science experiment his dad was doing. Bada bing, bada boom, booger monster, the end. This episode just kind of sucked, and I don't really have anything funny to say about it. So instead of writing jokes and wasting time, I just took all the footage and sent it to my friend to make a flamenco edit of it. So enjoy that. Episode 5 is the big finale of our story where all the different chapters meet in one and the stories collide? I don't know. All the different characters from all the different storylines meet in the end for an epic battle. It is epic, gamers. So Carbon Black gets the rock. Who's Carbon Black, you may ask? Well, he was introduced in the very beginning of the movie, but I skipped over it because if this movie doesn't want to tell its story in order, I'm not going to tell my story in order either. Carbon Black is your typical kids movie villain. The first time we ever see him on screen, he's holding a hammer, and then he proceeds to smash competitors' devices.
Oh, in the dust.
Brenda, he came out with a hammer. What did you expect him to use it for? Oh, Mr. Black, that's an interesting feature to include. You really weren't lying when you said that this box could do everything. Anyways, he gets the rock and he wishes for a giant pile of money, and then we see one of the just greatest flim-flams of all time, just one of the best bamboozlers ever.
Come on, Dad. You must be joking.
My girl, I wish I were.
After that, Carbon wishes to be the most powerful thing in the universe, and he becomes a giant version of his black box phone. Fight scene ensues with the most epic soundtrack of all time. Helvetica Black has her own song. It's going to be my walkout song when I start professionally dumb wrestling. But the whole fight scene literally ends out of nowhere because The Rock is tired. The whole movie builds up to this last fight scene, and then there's no satisfying conclusion. The Rock just gets tired, everybody loses their powers, and they hold hands and wish The Rock away. I guess the real Rock was the friends we made along the way. The actual line that they end it with is so much worse, though.
I wished we were in a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, like that'll ever happen. So, what was the point of this video? If you find a magic rock, don't leave it under your bed. Don't flick boogers into evil science experiments. Well, no. I mean, yeah, don't do either of those things. But no, that wasn't the point. Jorts is an objectively bad movie. Despite some of the CGI from that time being really surprisingly good, it's still just a horrible, horrible bad movie. But nonetheless, I still had so much fun watching this movie with some friends. Even though all of the footage got messed up, I had such a fun time just sitting down with some friends and goofing on a bad movie for a few hours. When I found out I couldn't use any of the footage from that recording session, I wasn't even that bummed out. Like, I couldn't tell you what we were doing in this clip, but we were just having fun. It was just a good time. While everyone's still trapped inside, set up a Discord call with your friends, find a bad movie, and set aside a few hours to just have fun watching a movie with some friends. If you enjoyed this video, the best thing you could do for me is to share it with someone who you think would also like this video. If I reach 1,000 subs in 2021, I'm going to make a video ranking every single version of Monopoly ever, so be sure to like, subscribe, you know, all that stuff. All right, thanks for watching.